Okay, guys, tell me this is better. I'm going to be severely disappointed if it's not. So we're going to lose some people. We'll wait a few more minutes. Hey, falls a lot. That's a lot better, huh? It didn't take me but a few minutes to figure it out. So we probably lost all the people we had. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Hello, Dr. Mark. Quick pour concrete, short loads. Mater's workshop. Thank you, Mater. I'm proud I was able to fix that real quick. Man, I didn't expect that at all. We'll wait just a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. So there's a lot going on out there. And what I was trying to demonstrate a while ago, let me turn this down. Here we go. Yeah. Hello, Jerry. How are you doing, buddy? Pablo Sluggo. You made it back, and so did I. Just for you that are maybe just joining us, we had some sound issues that I had to correct real quick. So I kind of had an idea, but wasn't sure. But I hope everything's good now, and we can continue. Now, what I was trying to show with those videos a while ago, what I was showing was the police and I guess military in Canada, and also that we were showing how they were treating the protesters there. And, you know, that's when the police turn into thugs. That's what happens. And, you know, and then I had a video of in Russia where protesters were out a few days ago, and the way the thugs were handling them. And, of course, we've already seen the thugs in this country, the way they can behave. And now with our own convoy headed to Washington, D.C., planning on getting there about March 5th. So, yeah, now we got our own convoy going out to D.C., and they've called up about 400 National Guard troops. And, you know, I'm sure the FBI there is waiting for to infiltrate and cause some disruption. But it sounds to me as if the truckers are heeding the warning that we put out there, not that necessarily hurt us, but we put out there, watch out for infiltrators. Don't let them mess up what you're attempting to do. Do not let law enforcement or anybody else infiltrate your ranks and do something they shouldn't do. And when they do, you make sure to get video of it and point it out what it is they're trying to do to disrupt your peaceful protest. Now, I do believe that the truckers need to not make this just about mandates, because mandates in this country are going away. Matter of fact, is in Dallas today. They were getting rid of the rest of the mandates. It was either Dallas or Fort Worth, but one or the other, they'll follow suit to each other. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, I do want to bring up a deal. We're still investigating it right now. We're trying to find out what happened. We know the COCI out in Lubbock had its first meeting, and yeah, they were greeted, I guess, by the police, and they were greeted. They even had their own helicopter at the event. Yeah, yeah, flying around and doing whatever it is they do. Now I'm going to find out what that's all about, and then we'll react accordingly because we had one of our chapters involved in that. Matter of fact, they were leading that meeting, and I'd like to point out to everybody out there, the COCI is a legitimate political organization. They work on bikers' issues, bikers' rights, and you know what? They work for everybody. They work for everybody. Because when we have victories, it's victories for everybody. Everybody, no matter what club you're in. So think about that before you, poo-poo them. It's really one hell of an organization, and the bills they write for the state legislature are impeccable. They're incredible, and they have support. So if you are concerned about bikers' rights, no matter what club you're in, then you need to give a listen. That's for sure. And I'll tell you right now, if we'll find out what Lubbock's problem is. Yeah, we will. So, and I'll do it. So anyway, yeah, let's get to, the title of tonight's show is Defcon 2. Defcon 2, everybody. Yeah. And you're right, Sir Fallis-a-Lot. You're right. So anyway, are we at Defcon 2? Are we at Defcon 4? Where are we at? Where are we at? Now that Putin has gone out there and threatened nuclear war on somebody, he didn't exactly say who. Was it the Ukraine? Was it the U.S.? Was it Europe? I mean, or just an in general threat at everybody? Now, from what I hear, what I heard today, listening, having my ear to not to the mainstream media. No way, Jose. You don't listen to them bastards. That's not where you get your news. So let me say this. There's been a survey done, and a great large percentage of the people in this country get their news from podcasts. Yeah. So this is what we do. Now, what we are is we are an opinion show. We give you our opinion on what we see going on out there, whether it's with the law enforcement, whether it's with state politics or city politics or even national politics. And that's what we're talking about tonight, is national politics. So now that we've got Putin beating the drums of war on everybody, I guess, because he didn't specify who, what the hell is he doing? And from what I hear, everybody, again, from what I hear, Putin has no reverse. Yeah. He's going to continue doing what he's doing till he's finished what he wants to finish. And as we pointed out, he's in the driver's seat. Yeah. And just like we were talking about, the world is run by a ship of fools. And look who we got at the helm. The potato head. And for you new guys that are here, in case you don't know, the potato head is FJB. Let's go, Brandon. That's the potato head. So it's an incredible thing we see going on out there. Man. Oh, yeah, you're right, Pablo. Why would they suddenly start telling us the truth now? Because the truth is not in them. It's not in them. And we'll hear lies from both sides. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. That's the reason I talk about, you have to really study who you're voting for and what they're all about. And, we don't have much time to get that done. Uh, yes, Shoebrook, you're right. Germany did start World War II. But the thing is, will this NATO alliance, will it hold? Or are they a paper tiger? Now, what we're seeing playing out on the world stage right now is all because of one guy. And that's the potato head. I'm sorry if you're a left-wing zinger. I used to be one. Oh, yeah, everybody. Back in the 70s, I was a union organizer. Yeah. But then I kept seeing what was going on, the lies and shit and everything else that went on, and the way they behaved. And a lot of the politics you're seeing play out today started in unions. Yeah. Because your union leadership will lie to you in a heartbeat. And you know, our union changed. As a 25-year union member, our union changed when the company started paying the chairman and the president. Yeah. You know, in a union, the chairman holds all the power. But what we had happen there was, you know, they were surely taking care of themselves, and so was the company taking care of them. Oh, yeah. I mean, their overtime, was the money they got paid, was based on our overtime. Figure that one out. That's what I'm saying, everybody. And you know, it has become fashionable for everybody to be lying. The media lies to us every day, even your local news, everybody. I don't tune into that shit for nothing but except for maybe to get the weather. Half the time they got that right. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. So this is what we're going to be doing here over the next week, is taking a close look at these people. And we, like I said, we don't have much time. We're fixing the March 1st, we're going to be going to vote. You got a day or two to try and figure out who you're going to vote for. And I would say if you get certain elections, if you don't know what you're doing, don't vote. Don't vote for the person. In other words, if you may know who's running for governor, you may know who's running for lieutenant governor, but you may not know who's running in your own city, and you need to do a quick study on that. You really do. We've seen the results of electing creepy judges. And it's like I said, to be a county judge, you don't have to be a damn lawyer. That's the reason everybody was asking people to step up. And we've got Judge Young down there, who we really don't like a lot. He's got an opponent now. We hope Judge Young gets retired quick. The people retiring. You know, it's not a good thing to let them get, 3 terms where they get a damn retirement off of us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we do have some good people out there. And, I want you to take a real good look at the governor's race here in Texas. Take a look at Chad Prather. Take a look at Huff Hines. Like I said the other day, right now I'm to the point anybody but Abbott and Beto. Anybody that's working to save this state and save this country. That's where we're at. Yeah. And Pablo was talking about Hitler's first adventure. And Pablo, I can't even announce those damn things. Shoe rock? Southern Land? Wow. Wow. But now, right now, I saw where everybody on Facebook was talking about the ACE, the so-called ACE there in the Ukraine, shot down X amount of planes in a day. Really, we don't know whether that's true or propaganda. Just like I said, there's so much misinformation out there. You don't really know what's going on. All you know is you can see the bombs that are dropping on those people. And yeah, we want to pray for them and do everything we can for them. And yeah, I'll probably at some point try and figure out who's doing the right thing and send some money. And I will send some to the truck convoys. There's multiple convoys out there. Yeah. So what I do, if I can't afford a lot, I send a little to these people that I think are trying to work a good cause and trying to do the right thing. And you really need to listen to Chad Prather. He's on our Facebook page at Sons of Liberty Riders MC. You ought to take a look at that video and listen to him. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Jerry. Putin is calling the Ukraine government Nazis. So there's a group of fighters in Ukraine. They're called the Azov fighters. Yeah. The Azov fighters, and apparently they have some flags with some SS insignias on them and stuff. I mean, maybe it's just trying to look badass. I don't know. Well, let's say this: if they arrest you for carrying a pistol while in your cut, and you have a CHL. Well, let me tell you, you should be good to go. You should be good to go. We had Patrick down in Milam County who had his charges dropped for criminal carry. We had 2 bikers out Lubbock Way, and that's probably the reason the police and everybody else out there are smarting, because their court cases or where they convicted 2 bikers of criminal carry, that was overturned, and they got all their stuff back. Yeah. And we're still watching what's going on in Milam County. We're not finished with that yet. But they should not be arresting you if you have a permit, no matter what you're wearing. No matter what you're wearing. Because there are constitutional issues there, everybody. There are constitutional issues there. And they've already, the courts have already told them that, hey, you've got constitutional issues there, and you better go back to the drawing board. So we're going to have to watch what law enforcement does in the state legislature to make sure they don't undo the work of the courts where they've overturned these cases. So yeah, if you do get arrested, we want to know about it. We'll get you to the right people for some help. That's the truth of it, guys. That's the truth of it. You know what? It's like I say, the police now what we see is police and military men and women who can be turned into jackbooted thugs at the drop of a hat. And that really pisses me off. They should not be harassing the people. And you know what? They shouldn't be harassing bikers either. It's like I said, I'm going to find out what went on in Lubbock, and we'll talk about it here in a few days after I've been able to talk to some people. And then we'll come back on and talk about if it was, just if everybody if it was innuendo or if it's all the truth. But anyway, we'll get to the bottom of it. And, if they're harassing bikers out there for doing what they're constitutional or what the Constitution gives them the right to do. In other words, that's a symbol. That's a symbol peacefully. That's to even seek grievances from our government. Our constitutional right to wear our cuts, no matter who you are. They're constitutionally protected. And that's the truth of it, everybody. That's the truth of it. The Constitution does not get thrown away just because you're wearing a cut or you're a biker or just because of what you're writing. That's the truth of it. And Pablo, you have to be careful about that permit. No longer required. You have to be careful with that, and we'll get Bill on here to talk about that, and we'll put it out there when I get him on, because there are some pitfalls with that. But if you've got a CHL, you should be good to go. All right, license to carry, whatever they call them nowadays. I've got one. Yeah. And it's amazing that, the gang database, that's the other thing that is just out of control is what I would call it. In other words, the DPS can put you, or any police officer can put you in a gang database. They do not follow their own rules for putting someone into a gang database. They can put anybody and everybody in a gang database, including your mother, including your father, including Uncle John, including, your niece. I mean, hell, in California, they had a 4-year-old in the gang database. And I suspect the gang database here in Texas is no damn different. None. Now I'm getting on my damn soapbox and away from what I come. But you know what? That's okay. It's okay. We have rights just like everybody else. We have jobs. Some of us are retired. And the motorcycle clubs are not gangs. There's no way. There's no way. They're not even the same. Gangs don't run up and down the highway with their cuts on, identifying themselves. Yeah, they may stay in their neighborhood with their bandanas on and stuff. I don't know how that stuff works. But I do know how the motorcycle clubs work. I do know that they're not gangs, street gangs. Yeah, they push up on each other every once in a while, but you know what? That's for them to work out. And we pray that they do. And we pray that there's no more Wacos or any of that kind of mess where law enforcement goes out there and actually sets things up. Speaking of setting up, that's what they did on January 6th. I hate to believe that Pelosi and them are that smart, but they are. They're crazy smart. And I do believe that's what Donald Trump was talking about with Putin. He said he's smart. Well, there is crazy smart. There is. How else do you steal an election? I'm just saying, everybody. I'm saying it. Yeah, you know what? You got that right. Everybody's too busy working, trying to make a living, trying to have a family, trying to pay for that Harley, that expensive Harley, and keeping the maintenance up on it. Yeah. I was just out in the garage earlier working on mine. So this is what we do. This is what we do. Yeah, Pablo Allen West would be a good candidate for governor. Yeah. He's a good guy. We've escorted him to an event one time. And I promise you, if he would have been with us when he had his wreck on I-35, that wouldn't happen to him with us. There's no way he'd be riding up front, exposed. Nah. I don't know what that was all about, but anyway, it's done. He's okay. He's doing good. And I hope his campaign is going well. It's like I said, anybody but Abbott and Beto. We can't have neither one of them. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, everybody. But really, hey, I'm going to, see, I'm supposed to have Alice Linehan on tomorrow night. I don't know quite if I'm going to make it. Like I said, I'm fixing to have some dental surgery. As everybody knows, I had cancer where they had to go up through my jaw and cut out a sliver of my tongue. And that's the reason I talk now. That, and so they've got some dental surgeries to do from that. And, you know, it's just, that's part of it, everybody. I've had cancer 4 times, all up in the head area. And 2 of them very, very lethal. And so, you know, it's, I thank God for the opportunity to work on motorcycle safety issues and the issues we have with law enforcement, the issues we have with the gang databases, you know, the DPS who I cannot stand. I'm sure there's some good guys. I just haven't run into them. Well, yeah, I have a couple of them. On the highway sometimes. If they're a biker, there are some DPS guys that are bikers, and they've talked to us about motorcycles in general when we run into them. And so, you know, but then there are some jerks. You know, and police departments all across the country, including here in the DFW area, who say, hey, look, not everybody's just like these few bad apples. Well, you know what? That works for everybody. That works everybody. Yeah. Just because somebody goes out there and does something, don't mean you blame the entire group or try and put them in jail. Because it's just not true, everybody. And that's what we're always after here, is the truth. And we're going to give you the truth as we know it. You know it. And hey, look, I had dinner with OG tonight and his wife. OG's doing pretty good. And I look forward to the day when he's back into the studio and we can start the count again with Texas Biker Radio going toward number 500. We were kind of stalled there, so right now it's Popeye Live until OG gets back. And he'll tell me when it's time for that. Yeah. So, guys, that's all I have for tonight. Hey, look, we love you, everybody out there, we're working for you. We are defenders of the Constitution, and people who've had their constitutional rights violated. We're not going to put up with anybody that's violating your constitutional rights. Anybody. With that, everybody, have a great evening. We'll probably be on Tuesday or Wednesday night after I recuperate from the dental surgery. Everybody, pray for the Ukrainians. Pray for them. Hope there's some miracle there. Some miracle that stops this thing. Because now they're talking nuclear weapons, and that's one place we don't want to go. Because then everybody can kiss your ass goodbye. Just saying. Just saying. Protect your children. Love them to death. And see you later, guys. Ride safe. Ride safe. Bye-bye.